Right, hello. So hopefully you can hear me all right. So I have got on here a gift from Hype, which is very nice. It's a Chinese, if I remember the name right, MF12D gas mask, which is sort of a Chinese rip-off of the Avon FM53 because of the way the filters work. So it's obviously a bit bulkier than the FM53, but in terms of how the filters work, it's a similar design. Right, Steve? Right, Edge. The only problem obviously with this one is I can't read the text as well because I've not got my glasses on. I have to see what you mean. Yeah, the Enclave ones. So yeah. So I'll do a proper video on this for Friday, but if you want to see how this looks roughly, let me just loosen these straps. I should just pull it off like that. So it's a similar face piece to a load of those other Chinese masks, as you can see, but the voice diaphragm sort of bit there is different. It's got a drinking tube on it, and it's got a different kind of blanking plug for the thing. And obviously the filter for these is shaped like an FM53 filter, sort of. So it sort of fits, flusher to the mask. Right, Mike? So the inside, Steve, looks very similar to the other modern Chinese masks, like the MF11D and the FMJ09. So inside it pretty much looks the same as those, just with a drinking tube. But obviously externally, that's where it's a bit more interesting because it's got the updated filter type thing. I was just seeing if there was like a microphone connector on the inside there. There might be, but I'll have to have a look properly when I do the video. So yeah, it's obviously got a newer sort of XL valve cover on there. It's got the drinking tube system. And if you're wondering what the plug looks like for it, it looks like that. I have got the canteen for this, but I've not had a look at it properly yet. So let me just put that back in there. And yeah, it's not the exact same blanking plug style as the FM53s, but it's pretty similar. They've gone for a similar design, but obviously the tools won't fit in each other. So yeah, let me put my glasses on now anyway, so I can actually read the chat. I'm not going to be on a full hour tonight. I'll probably be on about 30 minutes, just because where my back's hurting, I want a bit of a rest. It's not as bad today as it was yesterday. Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I'm alright, Iron Man, thanks. Like I said, my back's annoying, but at the moment, it's definitely getting better every day. It's just kind of the thing that, some days, especially in the evening, I just want to lay down rather than do anything, too intensive. Because at the moment, I've had a load of days in a row where I've had to get up fairly early to do stuff, so I'm going to be more tired in the evenings anyway. And then obviously I'm having those sort of days where, because my back's hurting a bit, I just want to lay down earlier. Now, Dual Link, as in it's probably going into service soon, I imagine. CT12 is still my favourite gas mask. I mean, these newer ones are pretty cool. So when I do the video on this, I'll also get out the MF11D and the FMJ09 style one, so you can see what they all look side by side. Still seems a bit weird to me that they don't just put the panoramic lens on all their modern ones, but, because there is a variant with the panoramic lens. So you could obviously put regular 40mm filters on this. That wouldn't be an issue, but obviously they'll take up more room because these are a lot more compact than the standard 40mm. I was just seeing if I had a standard 40mm sitting around anywhere to show you, but not easily grabbable. Basically, that Dual Link, as far as I'm aware, as in it will be going into service soon, or it's for very specialist sort of roles, as far as I'm aware. Like I said, when I do the video on it, I'll try and get as much information on it as I can before I do the video. But it was nice to be sent one, so I can see why you'd say that, Brighto. It does look similar in some ways, doesn't it? But yeah. But in terms of like head harness and that, then the face piece itself is pretty much the FMJ09, just with a drinking tube system on it and like the newer filter system. That sounds good, Brighto. Yeah. I'm in the end now. I'm not going to take part in that shooting competition just because where my back's playing up, I don't really want to do anything to risk it. Because even if I'm just moving a backstop, you know, and then using something like the Red Rider, I imagine if I lifted up a backstop, funnily, that can make it worse. Well, the FM53 is basically the M50 just with 40mm filters that fit to the mask closer. Plus, it's got that 2-air system sort of thing on it. But yeah, so there's that. Anyway, as I said, on Friday I'll put a video up on this and I'll try and do a load of research for the video so you know you can see it. Yes, I have an S10. There's videos of the S10 on my channel. I got it from Hype, which is where basically I get all of my Chinese masks from that are modern. Yeah, hopefully, Mike. As long if it's going on for months, I'm sure in a couple of months my back would be completely safe to do it. But yeah, at the moment I don't want to commit to doing it just because I'm worried I'll do something that will cock it up. I mean, you can, Iron Man. Could I do it? Not very well, no. But in theory, it would be possible. Oh, that's a bit annoying, Fuzzy. But yeah, it's good you took part in that. But yeah, I suppose what was it? Quite a long distance between where you were and the target. As I said, it was sent to me for free, so I don't know how much it would cost. You'd have to ask the person that sent it me. This fact says the newest mask they have is an M51, as in the French one. What do you mean by the stream delay? Is in from when I look at something to reply to it, or like the slow mode, or what? But yeah, as I said, there'll be a video on this on Friday, so I'd say hold off most of your questions to then, because that's when I might be able to answer them better. Right, Thomas? I definitely had a bit of a thing. I think it was the first lockdown where I went from working quite a bit to, you know, not working, and then all of a sudden really started to sort of, you know, notice it when I did go for a walk or whatever, that like, oh, I can't walk as well as I used to be able to walk. Not as in can't physically walk, but, you know, if you're walking longer distances, you start feeling it a lot earlier. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the news that isn't Afghanistan at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it is only just Afghanistan in the news, isn't it, at the moment? Which we've sort of discussed endlessly. But yeah, the deep heat I bought's helping my back. I'll put some on before I go to bed, actually. But yeah, like I said, sometimes the problem is the back brace as well, is I like having a rest from having the back brace on, so I'm not got on at the moment. I need to put this t-shirt out in the dirty wash anyway, because there's a bit of toothpaste on it there as well. But yeah, it's just one of those sort of annoying things where the back brace helps, but you don't want that on all the time, because then you start getting like quite sweaty and sort of, you know, makes your chest, the stomach feel a bit too restricted. Yeah, I think I prefer warm Flazzy, but it depends, doesn't it? Like, I like both, in all honesty. I think both work, but yeah. It's interesting you still found a GB5 in a house, though, but yeah. But yeah, deep freeze certainly helps. But yeah, like I said, the deep heat one works quite well, I find, just for me, just because it eases a bit of the pain on it. But yeah, I was going to stream yesterday, and then I had a thing where I must have sat like funny, and it actually made me feel sick, like how the back pain like just made me feel nauseous. Chris, there was no need to change from the S10 to the GSR. There was probably a reason to update the mask Britain had, but not to do it badly like we did, you know, as in go for the cheapest option for replacement as opposed to, you know, the best option. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that at the moment, I suppose, for me, that I've got more shifts when my back plays up than when I'm like feeling, you know, healthier, and then like, you know, get less shifts. But that's just the way stuff works, doesn't it? Oh, okay, that's still cool though. Yeah, I thought just then you meant like you're urbexing an old house and there was just a GP5 there, but. Oh yeah, Brightold. Britain basically had a trial between the M50s and the GSRs and went for the GSR because it was cheaper, not because it was a better Mars. But yeah, so I'm hoping by next week I might be on for like longer streams and that. I've been playing a bit Flazzy, but not playing it on a stream. And like I said, at the moment I'm like not playing stuff for very long because sometimes I'll sit down to actually try and play something, and then find like sitting in the chair after a while, I don't like it with my back, and then I have to stand up and walk about for a bit. But yeah, I'd say this week I haven't really been playing all that much of anything. I have played a bit of Fallout 2 and that, but I don't think I've played a single game for all that long this week, just because it's been one of those weeks where I find sitting in this chair can sometimes be a bit more uncomfortable than actually just standing up and, just... Does that make sense? Because, like, when I'm laying in bed, as long as I don't roll over, my back's quite comfortable. And when I'm stood up, it's all right, as long as I don't bend over. But sometimes sitting in this chair, like the shape of the chair, if I'm sat like this, still, can make my back play up a bit. Yeah, the Draeger M2000 is cool, but sadly in the UK they're quite hard to get. Right, Tactical? But yeah, so as I said, I'll get a video done on this for Friday. So if you have questions, ask in the comments on that video where, I can actually research the questions a bit more thoroughly. Seeing what they said on the label on here. Just a load of scribbling. I can't really read that. I know with some of these they actually put the weight of the filter, because I think Hype was saying as the filters, deteriorate, they gain weight from absorbing stuff. So they actually give a weight of like what the filter should be from like being brand new. Right, okay, no. Saying that, I think the nose one on this one feels actually a bit more solid as well. Like they've put a stronger bit of rubber there, but like I say, I'll compare all three masks when I do the video on it. If I didn't say hello, okay, 9, you're right. The buckles are slightly different on this one as well, looking at them. They remind me a bit more of the S10's buckle system. Yeah, these filters are quite compact. I mean, I don't know actually how long these would last compared to a conventional 40mm, but they are pretty small in comparison. Because obviously the design idea is that they sit flush to the mask, like the FM53, as opposed to being like, protruding by a little bit of the screw. A bit better wheeler steel, but it's still that annoying thing, like where I'm going to have quite an early night again tonight, just because I'll have the thing where now and again it will play up a bit, and I just think I just want to have a lay down. And Will just literally asked the question I just answered. So overall better than it was, especially by last Thursday's standards, but it's still that annoying thing of, there'll be times when it's better than other times. Don't know anything about that mask as far as I'm aware. Yeah, loads of masks aren't very comfortable if you've got hair, sadly. That's just the way straps and like hoods work on them. I've seen some videos and pictures of people in various countries when Corona first started in like full-on hazmat style gear. And I think some people find it funny, some people find it worrying. But, I guess it's down more to the people. Like, I just find it more interesting. But no, I don't think I've heard of that mask either. I have to have a look at that, Tactical. Is this on your Twitch or on your YouTube? What's it, like some ghost thing you found? Like, I'm interested. Obviously didn't get a notification for it regardless, but What have I done today? Walked the dog. Got up early and walked the dogs. That I walk quite often at the moment. Got home, tried to do stuff sitting down, but then found, like I said, I couldn't sit down for that long without my back annoying me. Yeah, Fuzzy, is it a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream? Because I know Tactical's got the Twitch as well. They're not my dogs, as I've said over and over again. And I won't go too much into that because they're not my dogs, as I said. Oh, the good thing as well is I can't remember if I've said, but the thermal camera I've got works a lot better on my new mobile, so I can actually do more stuff with the thermal camera because it doesn't keep crashing the app on my new phone. That's a shame, Mike, if it's a deleted video. So what happened? Was there like creepy noises or what? Cheers, Will. Like I said, it's an annoying thing because it's a thing from like an injury from about 2017 that mostly healed when I had physiotherapy, and loads of exercises to do, but it never got quite properly better. But for the most part, that was all right because, I'd get a bit of back pain and then know to stop doing something if it was going to cause an issue. But then last week, I had to do some heavy lifting for my dad, and even like doing proper lifting technique, all of a sudden my back just went, and I suddenly felt it. Yeah, it's annoying, Fuzzy, isn't it, at the moment? Like, you get a lot of days where today I thought it was going to be cooler today, and then partway through walking, I was like, oh, it's actually just really muggy again. Are we blaming, sorry, Steve? Oh, my dad. No, I'm not blaming my dad, because it wasn't my dad that put all the heavy stuff together in the first place. I won't go into all that on the stream. But I'm still going to blame the person from back when I was moving the washing machine years ago, because that's the one that started all this. And again, it was because they couldn't be bothered to do the manual handling stuff properly. So when they slipped, I had to suddenly grab it to stop them, crushing themselves. All right, Brighton. Yeah, I'll only be on another 5 minutes or so because, as I said, I want to just go lay down as soon as I finish this stream to see if I can just get my back, feeling a bit better. Yeah, it's exactly like that, Miss Vac. Here, it's basically because it's quite overcast and humid, a lot of the heat just doesn't escape. So then, you start getting into the situation where you just want it to cool down. Well, if governments in countries are doing the thing where you have to wear a mask, but there's no standard on a mask, that's bad. Because if you're being forced to wear a mask, you should be forced to wear like a decent grade of mask. If that doesn't make sense, because at that point, Flazzy, I'll literally be falling apart. Oh, there's definitely a thing here, Chunky Monkey, that's really annoying, where you can have your windows open in the evening to try and get heat out of the house, and then somebody lights a really smelly bonfire, where they just start burning shit, and then you have to close the windows. Cool, Brighto. Right. I'm not on Discord at the moment, but I can add him. If you can you comment that on this stream when it finishes, please, and then when I go on Discord tomorrow, I can add him that way. Although I think there's a few other people that have Discord that could add him anyway, who are in the stream anyway right now. But yeah, because I've not got Discord open at the moment, and obviously I'm going off in a couple of minutes. I won't add him right now, but I can add him tomorrow if it's posted somewhere where I can just check it and then do it. Thank you, Broton. Yeah, and sadly, though, in a lot of places, they're just literally doing a thing, aren't they? If you just have to wear a face covering, which doesn't mean anything. Because a lot of people are just doing the thing where they're like putting a bandana over their face or whatever, or pulling their like shirt up like that, which again is not a proper mask, is it? As in the mask I'm currently holding, A7V. Like I said, I'll be doing a proper video on it on Friday, because I'm not going to be on very long today. Oh, and I did fit the proper strap, the replacement strap I had come to the watch. All right, Freddie. But yeah, I said I won't be on very long tonight just because of the fact that, like I said, I want to have a lay down and then probably have quite an early night, I imagine. Yeah, we see that too. We don't hear that much around here with chainsaws, but you will hear people with like lawnmowers and hedge trimmers quite a lot, you know, doing the high pitch sort of noise rather than like a proper chainsaw noise. So yeah, there'll be a video Friday then of this, and then I've got another mask I want to do a video on next week, but this is a lot more interesting, so I'll do the video on this Friday before I do the one on the other mask I had come. But hello, Rich, by the way, although I'm not going to be on very long now. Yeah, let me check what the air temperature is in this room at the moment, because I bet it's not very comfortable in here either at the moment. Because it sets the right setting. Does this have batteries in? It doesn't have any batteries in this at the moment, so I can't tell you what the temperature is. There is a little thermostat in this room somewhere, but there it is. Oh, look, it's 26.8 Celsius, so it's better than the 30-odd Celsius it keeps getting to in this room as of in about, you know, June, July time, but that's still not very pleasant. I do now and again, Freddie, but the problem is with doing game streams on YouTube is YouTube seems to get funnier about those than it does regular streams. Yeah, as said, though, Wheel of Steel, there'll be a video on it Friday, so if you've got questions, I'd wait and ask them then, because there'll be a lot more info about it Friday, and I won't have to keep repeating myself. Well, as in like a mice infestation in the house. What's my favourite game? Oddworld Abe's Exodus, probably. It's not just mine, Freddie. It's loads of channels like that. It's streaming on YouTube is weird at the moment anyway, because of how they've done a load of changes that then, you know, mean loads of comments don't show up. I can't do members streams at the moment because if I do a members stream, it doesn't send a notification to anybody that's actually a member to tell them I'm streaming. So there's yeah, I'll be off to bed quite soon, Flazzy, as well, just because I'm up early again tomorrow. But yeah, the problem is at the moment is it's bad enough trying to manage streams like this at the moment, where I'm actually, you know, able to reply to the comments straight away. When it's like a game, and it makes it even less connected to YouTube, but it's even worse for like if comments aren't displaying or whatever. But anyway, right, I'll see everybody. If I feel up to it, I'll do a stream tomorrow. It's probably easier if I want to do a stream tomorrow, though, to do it earlier in the day when I've got a bit more energy. But yeah, there'll definitely be a video on that new mask on Friday. Right, Mike, I might see you on there, I might not. If I fall asleep before then, obviously you won't see me on there. If I'm still awake, I'll be on, because even if I go to bed, I could always just put my headphones on and watch you on Twitch on there. You know, if I'm not really falling asleep sort of thing, but I definitely think I want to go lay down just because it's a bit better for my back to get it quite straight. If you're on about me, I've got a proper air conditioner, so I don't need to do that. I just don't run it 24/7. But yeah, see everybody, and as I said, there'll be a video on this mask on Friday about 5 PM sort of time, so if you're interested in it, ask your questions after that, because a load of the questions will probably be answered in the video. Right, see you all, bye.